Bill Cosby's appeal will test the scope of the Me Too prosecutions. In a stunning decision that could test the legal framework of Me Too cases, Pennsylvania's ICE court will review the trial decision to let 5 other accusers testify at Bill Cosby's trial in 2018, which ended with his conviction. Cosby, who is 82, has been imprisoned in suburban Philadelphia for nearly 2 years after a jury convicted him for actions that were taken against a woman at his home in 2004. He's serving a 3 to 10-year sentence. The Supreme Court has agreed to review 2 aspects of the case, including the judge's decision to let prosecutors call the other accusers to testify about long-ago encounters with the once powerful actor and comedian. Cosby's lawyers have long complained that the testimony is remote and unreliable. Court will also consider, as it weighs the scope of the testimony allowed, whether the jury should have heard evidence that Cosby had given colludes to women in the past. Secondly, the court will examine Cosby's argument that he had an agreement with a former prosecutor that he would never be charged in the case. Cosby has said that he relied on that agreement before agreeing to testify in the trial accuser's lawsuit. Those issues have been at the heart of the case since Cosby was charged in December 2015, days before the 12-year statute of limitations expired. Prosecutors in suburban Philadelphia had reopened the case that year after the Associated Press fought to unseal portions of Cosby's decade-old deposition testimony in accuser Andrea Constand's defamation lawsuit against Cosby, which he had settled in 2006. Cosby, in the deposition testimony, acknowledged a string of extramarital relationships. He called them consensual, but many of the women have stated that they were affected and treated in a negative way. Bill Cosby lost his bid to overturn his conviction in 2019, as appeals court upheld the verdict in the first celebrity trial of the Me Too era. In its ruling, the Superior Court affirmed the right of prosecutors to call other accusers to bolster their case, the same issue fought over in a movie mogul Harvey Weinstein's trial, now set for January 6th. This decision is a reminder that no one is above the law. Andrea Constand, the victim in Cosby's case, said in a next message to the Associated Press. Cosby's lawyers had complained that the judge had let 5 women testify at last year's retrial in suburban Philadelphia, although he had let just 1 woman testify at the first trial in 2017. But the Superior Court said their testimony was evidence of Cosby's unique playbook and undermined any claim that he was unaware of or mistaken about any of the victims' failure to consent. The prosecutor who took the case to trial praised Constand for inspiring other victims to come forward against powerful men. She went to police long before the Me Too movement saw prominent men in entertainment, business, media, and other fields brought down over their treatment of women. She came to law enforcement about 15 years ago, seeking justice for what was done to her, Montgomery Court District Attorney Kevin Steele said on Tuesday. The world is forever changed because of Andrea's bravery. Lawyers for Cosby had argued 8 issues on appeal. They challenged the judge's decision to air Cosby's damaging deposition testimony from a related lawsuit, said he had a binding promise from a former prosecutor that he would never be charged, and said a juror had prejudged Cosby's guilt. The appeals court rejected those arguments and also upheld his classification. And this is subject to lifetime supervision. Cosby, who is 82, can now ask the state Supreme Court to consider his appeal, and he has done so. He He recently stated that he was prepared to serve the full 10-year sentence rather than express any remorse to the parole board. The long-married Cosby, once beloved as America's dad for his TV role as Dr. Cliff Huxtable on the hugely popular sitcom The Cosby Show, has acknowledged having contacts with a string of younger women. Many of them went to him for career advice and then took alcohol or pills he offered. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching the Learning Academy. Give us your feedback on this issue.